Welcome to our journey through one of history's most formidable empires, the Mongol Empire. Emerging from the expansive and challenging landscapes of Central Asia, the Mongol Empire would come to dominate a significant portion of the known world. Spanning from the fringes of China's Great Wall to the borders of Eastern Europe, this empire was not only defined by its sheer size, but also by its lasting impact on global history. The Mongol Empire, under the leadership of figures like Genghis Khan and his successors, rose to prominence through a combination of military prowess, strategic vision, and innovative governance. What began as a confederation of nomadic tribes on the Mongolian steppes evolved into a sprawling imperial power that reshaped the political, cultural, and economic landscapes of Eurasia. At its peak in the mid-13th century, the Mongol Empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean in the east to the shores of the Mediterranean Sea in the west. This vast territory encompassed a diverse array of peoples and civilizations, each influenced in varying degrees by Mongol rule. The empire's ability to integrate different cultures and administer such a vast domain was a testament to its organizational capacity and adaptability. The rise of the Mongol Empire was marked by a series of transformative military campaigns, diplomatic maneuvers, and administrative reforms. These efforts not only expanded the empire's territorial reach, but also facilitated unprecedented cultural exchanges and economic interactions across Eurasia. The legacy of the Mongol Empire continues to resonate in the shared histories, languages, and cultural practices of the regions it once encompassed. The rise of Genghis Khan, born as Temujin in 1162 amidst the harsh realities of Mongolian tribal life, is a saga of resilience and ambition. Temujin's early years were marked by adversity, including the murder of his father and the struggle for survival on the unforgiving steppe. Despite these challenges, Temujin emerged as a visionary leader, uniting rival tribes under his rule and adopting the title of Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. Genghis Khan's leadership was characterized by his strategic acumen, military innovation, and ability to inspire loyalty among his followers. He implemented a series of administrative and military reforms that transformed the Mongol tribes into a disciplined and formidable force. Central to his strategy was the integration of diverse tribal peoples into a unified military structure, which allowed for swift mobilization and coordinated campaigns across vast distances. Under Genghis Khan's leadership, the Mongols embarked on a series of military conquests that expanded their influence from the steppes of Mongolia to the heartlands of China and beyond. His campaigns against the Eurasian Empire, Jin dynasty, and Kievan Rus not only secured vast territories, but also established the Mongol Empire as a dominant power in Eurasia. Genghis Khan's military successes were not solely due to brute force, but also to strategic intelligence and adaptability. He utilized a combination of cavalry mobility, archery prowess, and psychological warfare to outmaneuver and overwhelm larger, more established opponents. His campaigns were marked by innovative siege tactics, including the use of mobile siege engines and the strategic placement of supply lines, which allowed the Mongols to sustain prolonged military campaigns far from their home territory. The legacy of Genghis Khan extends beyond military conquests to encompass cultural and political innovations that shaped the course of world history. His establishment of a legal code, known as the Yasa, promoted justice and stability within the empire. Additionally, his embrace of religious tolerance and meritocracy contributed to the cultural diversity and administrative efficiency of the Mongol Empire. The expansion of the Mongol Empire under Genghis Khan and his successors was marked by unparalleled speed, strategic acumen, and adaptability. From the steppes of Mongolia to the great cities of the Eurasian Empire and China, the Mongol armies demonstrated their military prowess and organizational skills. Genghis Khan's conquests were not merely about territorial expansion, but also about the strategic integration of diverse regions into a unified empire. His policy of religious tolerance and administrative reforms enabled the Mongol Empire to govern a vast multicultural domain, fostering stability and economic growth. By the early 13th century, the Mongol Empire spanned from the Pacific Ocean to the Caspian Sea, encompassing millions of square miles and diverse populations. One of the defining features of Mongol military strategy was its ability to adapt to different terrains and climates. The Mongol cavalry, renowned for its speed and maneuverability, was instrumental in the empire's rapid conquests. Mounted archers were adept at conducting hit-and-run raids, disrupting enemy supply lines and scouting enemy positions. This mobility gave the Mongols a significant tactical advantage, allowing them to outmaneuver larger, slower armies and strike with precision where least expected. Moreover, Genghis Khan's successors continued to expand the empire's borders, pushing into territories as far west as Eastern Europe and as far south as Persia and the Indian subcontinent. The conquests of Ojdai Khan, Gyak Khan, and Mongol Khan further solidified Mongol dominance over vast swathes of Eurasia. Their campaigns against the Song dynasty in China, the Abbasid Caliphate in the Middle East, and the kingdoms of Eastern Europe extended the reach of the empire and consolidated its geopolitical influence. The Mongol Empire's expansion was facilitated by a sophisticated system of communication and logistics. The Yam network, a series of relay stations and messengers, enabled rapid communication across the empire's vast territories. This network allowed for the coordination of military campaigns, the dissemination of imperial decrees, and the efficient administration of conquered territories. The Mongol conquests were characterized by their military ingenuity, adaptability, and systematic approach to warfare. Led by Genghis Khan and his successors, the Mongol armies utilized a combination of strategic planning, mobility, and psychological warfare to achieve victory over formidable opponents. One of the key strengths of the Mongol military was its cavalry. Mongol horsemen were unmatched in their ability to maneuver swiftly across vast distances, making surprise attacks and evading enemy counterattacks. This mobility, coupled with their expertise in archery and siege warfare, enabled the Mongols to conquer fortified cities and overwhelm larger armies. The Mongols employed innovative siege tactics, such as the use of siege engines like trebuchets and catapults, to breach city walls and fortifications. Their ability to adapt to different terrains and climates allowed them to sustain prolonged military campaigns across diverse landscapes, from the deserts of Central Asia to the forests of Eastern Europe. Furthermore, the Mongol military strategy emphasized the use of psychological warfare to demoralize and subdue their adversaries. They often employed tactics such as feigned retreats, misinformation campaigns, and the deliberate destruction of captured cities to instill fear and uncertainty among their enemies. The success of Mongol conquests was also due in part to their organizational structure and logistical capabilities. The Mongols implemented a highly efficient system of supply lines and communication, allowing them to maintain large armies in the field for extended periods. This logistical prowess enabled the Mongols to sustain their military campaigns across vast distances and varied terrain, ensuring a continuous flow of resources and reinforcements to the front lines. Beyond their reputation as conquerors, the Mongols were also agents of cultural exchange and economic integration. Central to this was the Silk Road, the ancient trade route that connected East Asia with the Mediterranean world. Under Mongol administration, the Silk Road flourished as a conduit for the exchange of goods, ideas, and technologies between East and West. Traders from across Eurasia converged at bustling marketplaces, such as Samarkand and Beijing, exchanging commodities ranging from silk and spices to ceramics and precious metals. This trade network not only stimulated economic growth, but also facilitated the spread of cultural practices, artistic traditions, and scientific knowledge. The Mongols' policy of religious tolerance played a crucial role in fostering cultural exchange along the Silk Road. Unlike many empires of their time, the Mongols embraced religious diversity and allowed freedom of worship for their subjects. This tolerant environment attracted scholars, artisans, and merchants from diverse cultural backgrounds, contributing to the flourishing of art, literature, and technological innovations. During the Pax Mongolica, a period of relative peace and stability under Mongol rule, merchants and travelers enjoyed unprecedented safety along the Silk Road. The empire's vast territorial reach and efficient administration ensured the security of trade routes, facilitating the movement of goods and people across Eurasia. Additionally, the Mongol Empire's cultural impact extended beyond trade and commerce. Artifacts unearthed along the Silk Road, such as Persian ceramics in China and Chinese silks in Europe, attest to the interconnectedness of civilizations under Mongol rule. Manuscripts translated into multiple languages further illustrate the transmission of ideas and intellectual achievements across Eurasia during this period. In conclusion, the Mongol Empire's promotion of trade, cultural exchange, and religious tolerance during the Pax Mongolica laid the groundwork for a period of unprecedented connectivity and innovation across Eurasia. The empire's legacy continues to be felt in the shared cultural heritage and economic networks that emerged along the Silk Road.